Hey YouTubers, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for taking your time, using your data or your data at work or wherever you are. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. And if you happen to just bump into this video and you haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button and that notification bell so that next time you're able to get notification when I post my next video. All right, so what are we talking about today? Oh, this is gonna be a bit sensitive, but it's okay. It's not bad, don't worry. It's not that sensitive. It's not bad. All right, so I've recently been going through a whole lot. So I just want to share. So this is the kind of person that I am. Like, for every situation that I come across, I always believe that there has to be a learning curve, learning process along the way on that. So there has to be something that you learn. So it takes me back to when I was still growing up. I think when I was around what age? I'm trying to think. Probably 15, 16 or 17, somewhere there, if I'm not mistaken, or before. I'm not sure about the years, but funny enough, I still have the notebook. I don't know where it is actually. Hold on, I'm getting it for you. All right, so you see this notebook here? It's called what? Fair Lady. So it's a notebook that I got when I bought a magazine. So I bought a magazine and I got it in that magazine. So I've had it for how many years now? I'm trying to think of the year that I actually got it. But yo, it's been a long time. Look at it. It's even like almost torn and stuff like that. It's a bit old. So I'm trying to think which year it was, but let's see. Honestly, I'm not sure. But anyway, I know it's a very long time ago. So I've had this for a long time. So why I was talking about this little diary of mine is that like every time I would experience maybe a problem or anything, what I would do, I would write what I'm going through on this notebook, and then after that I would write like a solution type of thing. So meaning whatever problem or situation I would find myself in, I would always want to try to get a solution out of the problem or out of whatever I'm going through at the time. All right, so which brings me to what I'm going to talk about today. So I resigned from my job. So as much as I have my own company, as an entrepreneur, I've been having an 8 to 5 job. So recently I got to a level where I felt the need to let go of my previous job. I mean, of my actually resign, not let go of the previous whatever, to resign from my current position as a web designer. I don't need to mention which company it is, but yeah, I've been a full-time employee for a couple of years now, which has been very fruitful. Learning curves, obviously, something inspiring, something that helps you grow as a person. So it has been great, but obviously I've been working on my business on the side. So recently, a few months ago, I just haven't been in a good space. My health has been affected quite a lot. I haven't been sleeping enough. I haven't been giving myself enough time to rest. I haven't been exercising. I mean, I've even gained like more weight. I remember doing my vitality body weight check. It from about 80 kilograms, I went to about almost 90. It was 89 point something. It's actually 90. So yeah, and that to me really didn't feel good. I felt like, yo, this is really not cool. It's not cool at all. It's not cool at all. My job it like gets affected, and I'm also affected. My health is not good. And one thing for sure is that I've always been that kind of person who aims to put a mark and to do my best in whatever that I do. And I believe to this point that's what I've been striving and pushing myself to do. Ooh, dogs are barking outside, but never mind, it's okay. So, striving to be the best, and wherever I go or whatever that I do, aiming to obviously be that person who would bring a difference, whether it's in a company, whether it's in an environment, it doesn't matter. So anyway, I would want to make sure that I do the best that I can to make a difference, to do better, to do great, to leave a mark and all that. So that's how I've always what leveled myself to say I'm always that kind of person that would want to be at that level all the time. But I got to a breaking point because my health was affected, and my doctor was telling me that I'm too stressed to a point that the pills that I'm taking, even a person who has depression can actually take them. And that to me was, kind of a wake up call to say, hey, you really need to check up your health. So I had to make the toughest decision ever. So I'm calling it black tax because some people have a problem calling it black tax. I'm not really sure why, but it is black tax either way. But obviously, don't get me wrong. I believe that my parents really raised me to be able to make a difference and to stand up for myself, to do something great for myself, and to also be there for them. I mean, if I'm able to achieve so much and then I'm not able to give back or help out, what does that say? It doesn't really make sense for me. Because as much as our parents prepare us to be better people, to stand up for ourselves, it also means we need to take care of them. But with me, family is everything. I have a shared hashtag that I always use that says hashtag family over everything. So for me, family is like the start of it all. It's everything. All right. So getting back to that. So I resigned. Yes, having responsibilities and everything, but my job was getting affected. Not just my day job, but also my side hustle, which is my IL design company and entrepreneur puzzle, running them part-time, and obviously the foundation. So everything really got too much to a point where I got breakouts, and it wasn't good. So me taking a decision to resign, it was not, I'm sharing this not because I want to actually explain myself much why I had to do it and everything, but I feel the need to mention this, that your health is something that is very powerful, and if you're not gonna take care of your health, it's a problem. Because sometimes there's some lady who I got to share a moment with when I was going through my challenges, and she said, you know what, sometimes you do so much in life and then it gets overwhelming at times to a point where You do what you love, you do what you're passionate about, but you forget about yourself. You forget to even bring that balance into place. And when that happens, it becomes really a problem, because if you can't balance, it means one part of your whatever job or whatever project, whatever that you're doing, it's going to be affected either way. So my job was getting affected. I was starting to lose track of things. I was starting to sometimes not pay attention to detail, those kind of things. And it's really not nice when it gets to that level. And it wasn't because I'm incompetent, but it was because now I'm doing so much, and it was like getting all too much. So I had to take a decision, like, okay, what would be best? My health was not good, and I was working until, so many hours. So to cut the story short, um, the motive of this video is to just say, as a person, you need to consider taking good care of yourself, good care of your health. And no matter how much you work, yes, we always like saying work hard, work hard. And I have a saying that I have seen what hard work can do, and I know what more it can and will do. I still believe in that, but also I feel like sometimes we work too hard, but not too smart. Sometimes we work too hard and forget our health. Sometimes we work too hard to a point where we think it's the only important thing in our lives. Work will never, like, you'll always be working. There'll always be work to do, if you know what I mean. There'll always be work to do. So, but try to keep a balance. So I felt like it wasn't fair for me to be working for a company that pays me a salary, expecting me to work. And at the same time, there was a bit of pressure on my side where, like, I'm not, giving my all. So I had to make a decision. But this decision is not an easy one. I mean, you're probably out there thinking, you know what? I have a business that I'm running on the side. I want to run my business, but, like, I don't know how to start, how to quit my job. I can't just do it. Trust me, it won't be that easy. It wasn't easy for me. I've always wanted to focus 100% on my business, but it has never been easy, because we have responsibilities and all that. So all I can say is that, when you get to a level where you feel like this is it, it happens. You get to that level, you get to feel it. And the minute you start feeling that, you will also realize that, even if I didn't have this feeling, or this, or I didn't get to this point that I'm in now, the truth and the reality is there will never be a good time to resign, or a good time to say I'm going to focus 100% on my business. There will never be a good time. It's either you become bold and make a decision right there and there, or you still sit and come up with many reasons why you shouldn't do it at the time, whatever. Yes, financially, you always have to have a balance and all that. And we always put a lot of things in finances, which brings me to something powerful that I believe has also helped me through this process, is trusting in God more, because I feel like my faith kind of dropped when I constantly relied on my own understanding. So, as I was saying, I just had to take a sip of my chai tea that I love so much. All right, so the fact that I was not trusting in God that much really affected me a lot, because mean, I don't believe that God has put me where I am just to leave me. So my faith was very low, and that's when God has many ways to do things. There's a lady called Mpho Ledwaba, known as Mrs. Mom. You probably know her. You probably follow her YouTube channel. I was going through my YouTube and I came across her channel, and I went through, almost all the videos, probably in a week or so, because they were so inspiring. The scriptures and her talking about faith, and it really, really helped me to regain my faith and to trust God more again. And she also has a similar story, because she's that kind of person who doesn't want to do like an 8 to 5. She has her own company. I have my own company. But obviously with her, it's like, okay, she's running her business full time. She, you can go to her YouTube as Mrs. Mom, Mpho Ledwaba, so you can go there and check her YouTube. So I don't mind sharing her link, or telling you about her channel, because she's really, she could actually inspire you as well, like she did with me. So all I'm saying is, it wasn't an easy thing to do, but I had to trust God, and I had to also believe too like much in myself to say, you know what, you need to make a choice. You need to make a choice in all the things that you're doing in life. There has to be, somewhere where you draw the line, where you make decisions on what's best. So what I saw, what was best for the company I was working for, is for me to step back and focus more on my health and getting better, because I'm still recovering. My doctor told me that I'm not in good in good health, and it's because I've been stressing a lot, blah blah blah, all those stories. So yeah, that's why I feel like you need to take care of your health, and you need to remember that all the work that you do, all the hard work that you put on everything, always remember that if you're not healthy, if you're not well, if you're not at peace, if you're not 100% positive with every energy around you, you're not even going to enjoy the benefits. It's either your money is going to go to your medical bills, or you're probably going to be affected and even lose your life, not even enjoy the benefits of all the money that you're making. So all I'm saying is that, hey, always try to put yourself first, and take care of your health, because I almost shut down, or crashed, or almost messed up my health because of the situation that I was going through. But I must say, I'm grateful for every opportunity that I had in that company. It was just super awesome to get such a, it was, I think, one of the biggest company I've worked for ever since I started working in my life. So it was super cool, and I'll forever be grateful. I've done so many things, I've grown so much, and I've been able to do so much for myself being there. So I say I'll always be grateful. God puts us in every place for a reason. And the last thing that I want to share. So this is what I did before I left the company. So I kind of did a card that says, okay, it's just what I wrote there. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So obviously, as much as we want to reach the destination, this is a journey. So this is my journey that I was explaining to you. So learn to understand that you'll always come across journeys and everything. So obviously I got my company, like all the people that I've worked with. So as you can see here, ta-da! So what it says is that I'm grateful for the love uh, to have worked with each and every one of you. Thank you for the wonderful experience. Please share your working experience with me. I would like to know how my journey has been with you. So why I was asking for this, I believe that all of us always, like, we all have room to grow, to improve in everything. You can't be good in everything. So I got a whole lot of wonderful messages. I won't read them, like they're just too much. They're just too many and all that. There's just a lot. I can't read all of that. But in summary, obviously this to me is something that I'm taking with me to say, as a person, you always need to room to grow, to develop yourself, to become better, to do better in each and everything. And you learn from your mistakes, you learn from the things that you didn't do right. So I really appreciate all the messages obviously here. And this is something that I want to encourage you with, to say, you should always think of, okay, what's the best thing that you can do next that can make you better and all that. Because I got to see my weaknesses throughout my trials. I think the 5 months before I resigned, I was just not okay. So during my trials, I was going through so much, and I think I got to see my weaknesses and my strengths and everything. And I really appreciate everything that was, like, said, was written. Like my CEO even mentioned, like, obviously the one who the main my used to be main boss, shared the wonderful work that I do for the community, and that is something that is great. And then her advice was that I should try to improve more on my time management, and so that work can move faster and everything like that. And which I understand, because sometimes I would lack a bit, because the mind is now focused in, like, on different things. I didn't rest well, so all of that, yeah. And but yeah, so I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. And so yeah, I think time management was the main one of the things that I was kind of told to work on. So yeah. So I won't read all of them, obviously, but this one also touched me, that it kind of stood out, and it says, "Hi, Tabby, success will find you no matter where you go and what you do. As you leave us today, just know that my heart will always find it in you." My what? I'm not sure what that is, but I love the first part that says, "Success will find you no matter where you go." So I believe that what that says is that you are the success. You are the success of each and everything that happens around you. And you get to determine that becomes successful, for example. So I believe that whatever process I went through, it was a learning curve, but I am a success of myself, and I can make, myself become better. I can make my business to be successful. Right now, I have that opportunity to do that. So yes. What else is there? Ah, Summer saying, "My dancing partner, not sure if I can ever dance again without you." I was crazy like that. Fun, as much as we work, it would be fun. We would have moments where we have events, and then I would dance because I love dancing. So yeah, but like, that's quite a lot. There's quite a lot here, but all I can say is that there's even my mentee here, as you can see. She says, "My mentor, wishing you all the best. You will be greatly missed. Your energy, your presence in the office continue to be humble, kind. So when he speaks about energy, energy is something that is powerful. If your energy is negative, if your energy is not well, if your energy is low and it's even your spirit, it becomes difficult for you to be the best. So my spirit was very low. My energy levels were very low. Everyone that knows who I am could actually see that you are not well. So my advice to you is that, don't get to a point where things that happen around you take away your health, take away your joy, take away your peace. Find it in your heart to find something that will put you at ease, to make you happy, because we only have one life to live, and you don't want to leave this life unhappy or sick because you were just too busy with things. So I had to also make a decision and come up with a plan to say, okay, yes, now this is my office space. I'm working from home, of course, doing my business, but I also need to understand that I need to rest. I need to exercise. I need to eat healthy and stop eating takeaways. I need to drink a whole lot of water. I need to, rest more. And yeah, so, and that's how I think we can get better in whatever that we do. So, like I said, it's not about the journey, but it's not about the destination, but it's about the journey. And my message to them was that it's not goodbye, it's see you soon, because I believe that one way or the other we can meet somewhere, somehow, and I obviously have made so much friends which I've connected to be brothers and sisters and more, and we have a strong connection, and I believe that there's so much, similar to the previous company that I worked for. It was the same thing. I've made friends, which still today, they're still my friends. We talk, we advise each other, we, help each other wherever needed. So, yeah. So, also my team, obviously, that I work with, they made a card for me and obviously wishing me well and all that, and they said they'll miss me. So, yeah, that was a great experience. But I wanted to share that because I felt the need to emphasize the issue of taking care of your health, and to emphasize the fact that you need to believe in yourself, you need to trust yourself, you need to take care of your health, and you need to understand that things cannot always happen the way they do. You would need to change how you eat, how you live your life. So you also think of those things and live this life not just for the sake of living, but for understanding that there's a greater purpose, and you need to be at your full self, at your best.